She comes across like diamonds, diamonds, easy in love when the lights are low. She comes into focus, focus, the closer she gets, the more I know. She takes more whiskey than I wine. Okay, I'm down to the last one of the night, the last one of the week. I've had a gin and tonic. I did what was that Irish? Clonakilty. After the Clonakilty, I did a High West double rye. And after the High West double rye, I did the whiskey that's going to come up in 2 days from now, the Sample Sunday. But this is the Friday whiskey. And because this is stronger than the Sample Sunday whiskey, I recorded the Sample Sunday before doing this one. You'll find out what the Sample Sunday is a couple days from now. This one here is none other than the Glen Scotia Victoriana. And this one here worked out to exactly $150 Canadian out the door. It's non-age statement. It's bottled at 54.2% alcohol by volume. It's 70 centiliters, so it's a British release. It's not a 750, it's a 70. There we are. Glen Scotia Victoriana. There is a bunch of writing on here, and I will get to that bunch of writing after I have poured a dram into this Glencairn glass and let it sit there for a little bit while I read it. There's the little C-shaped thing. The little cap. The little cork. Oh, beautiful. And a real cork it is. Yes. Oh. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be nice. I can smell it already. And I haven't really shoved my nose into the glass yet. I am tired. Looks like we got a sheeting action, but it's slow. A slow sheeting reaction and leaving ridges of bubbles. Leaving ridges of droplets. They're still there. You can see where the fill level was. Okay. I was going to read that, wasn't I? Yes. Glen Scotia Victoriana non-chill filtered single malt Scotch whiskey, finished in the finest deep charred oak casks. Classic Campbeltown malt. Glen Scotia, established 1832, Campbeltown single malt Scotch whiskey, exceptionally rare. Non-chill filtered. Mull of Kintyre. Cask strength Wow. Cask strength at 54.2. And Glen Scotia Victoriana single malt Scotch whiskey, finished in the finest deep charred oak cask. Campbeltown is a small town on the Kintyre Peninsula on the west coast of Scotland, affectionately known as the Wee Toon. Once home to over 30 distilleries, it was known as the Victorian whiskey capital of the world, with Glen Scotia now one of only 3 distilleries that have survived through to the present day. Glen Scotia Victoriana is a modern interpretation of a classic Victorian style Campbeltown malt, bottled at cask strength. It is full of flavor with a long, beautifully smooth finish. Each cask is hand chosen for its character, maturity, and flavor, ensuring this amazing liquid truly reflects why Campbeltown was known as the Victorian whiskey capital of the world. Natural color, non-chill filtered, cask strength, married in small batches and bottled at cask strength without chill filtration. Its subtle wood and vanilla flavor is enchanted by full-bodied spicy aroma and mildly smoky aftertaste. Distilled, matured, and bottled in Scotland. Great. Let's see what we got. Spicy. Right from the beginning, it's spicy and funky, or should we say a bit smoky. It's also fresh and fruity. The fruity notes that I'm getting are ripe, fresh fruits. Pineapple, cherry, peach, Del Monte fruit cup. This is exactly Del Monte fruit cup, with a bit of added cinnamon and some other spice. Coriander. The nose is beautifully integrated. It's not giving me separate scents. It's giving me all the scents blended together. And I'm thinking it's going to taste really good based on what it smells like. a singular cohesive aroma comes out of this. And I was able to call them out. But as the liquid stays in the glass, the scents that I am smelling are getting more and more integrated and more cohesive, and getting more difficult to pick apart. It's fruit cup with a funky, smoky soupçon added to it. My palate is pretty cleansed by now, as I did have a lie down after that sample Sunday, which was bottled in bond, 50% alcohol by volume. This one's a little stronger, 54.2. Okay. And itchy. Oh, that does smell lovely. Okay. I'm going to taste it. Wow. What a hit that is. It is Del Monte Fruit Cup concentrated. It's as if you took all the syrup and all of the water out of a Del Monte Fruit Cup and left only the essential flavors. And I mean, if you left only the flavors of the fruits, and if you took those and concentrated them and made them 50 times as strong as they were, that would approximate what this is to me. It is delightful. It is delicious, but it's a little too hot for me. Let's have a second sip and see what happens. A really little sip. And there it is again, that delightful Del Monte Fruit Cup. But I took such a small sip that it had a chance to mix with my saliva and give me a subtle flavor, because my mouth is still watering. It's just watering and watering and watering with this stuff. Wow. I'm going to take one more sip in between the sides of those other two, and then I will probably add water. Oh, viscous mouthfeel, concentrated fruits, spicy and funky in the background. Delicious. This can only get better as it goes along, and it's already really good. But it needs a little bit of water because it is too hot for me. I gave it a generous helping of water. Their legs, and down they go. Leaving trails of droplets. Smelling deliciously fruity. Yet there's something more, something spicy coming up. Fruit and spice. Awesome. How's it going to go with the water? Okay. Oh. Concentrated Del Monte fruit cup with a spicy long finish that hangs in there and hangs in there and hangs in there and hangs in there. And that's after I've added water. Oh, does that ever hang in? Wow. After this dram, I will be ready for bed. And I will sleep real tight. I will sleep like a babe. Oh. There are not enough good things that I can say about this one. I could keep trying to find good things to say. It's very satisfying. It's very rich. It's fruity and spicy. Small sips is the way to enjoy this beauty. And yes, once again, fruity on the palate, and then spicy, peppery on the finish. I can't say that I've ever had a finish in a whiskey that was this spicy and yet so satisfying at the same time. This truly is a masterpiece. I don't say things like that very often. But Glen Scotia Victoriana is a magic liquid. A magic fruity liquid on the nose and on the palate, and mid-palate it transitions to this really spicy, incredible finish that hangs on and hangs on and hangs on. It's still hanging on from the last sip, and this was after I added water to it. Oily, spicy, complex spicy. If there are words to describe exactly the spicy finish of this, then I don't know them. I don't know them, but this finish is so intense. It's incredible. I'd like to see how this opens up with time. It will be interesting. Wow. That is one hell of a whiskey. That is one hell of an experience. At about $10 a dram. Yeah. I'd say based on this little dram, it's actually more than $10 a dram, because it's 14 50 milliliter drams. There's 14 of them in here. Not 15, 14 50 milliliter drams for $150. So it's $10 and 1/15 of a dollar per dram, or 1/14 of a dollar. Yeah. Wow. Once again, the intense fruits, the intense Del Monte fruit cup, and then that funky, spicy, long, delicious finish. Oh, this truly is a work of art. I've said something like that already. I'm going to enjoy this as the level goes down from here where it is right now. Slanchava.
Food quick.
Food quick.
Food quick.
Food quick.
Food quick.
Yeah.